What is up, guys? It's Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Painfully Honest Advice. Now, here's the thing. I bought a duplex recently, and I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys all the surprise cost that I had with this investment. Now guys, if you're new to this channel, I recently bought a duplex just in the last couple months here. And the reasons why I bought it is because I thought it would be a great investment long term. Now, when it comes down to real estate is definitely one of the best investments out there, but not fully understanding all the pros and cons of investing in a duplex, I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys all the surprise cost that came with investing in a duplex. Now, if you're not familiar with what exactly is a duplex is a multi-unit rental property where basically you can go ahead and actually live in one of the units and go ahead and rent out the other unit and go ahead and let it pay for all your expenses. Now, additionally, there are triplexes and fourplexes, as well as there's a single family home as well. But with a duplex, the reason why I really liked this type of investment is because at the end of the day, I have two different units that are paying me out in rent every single month. Plus, if I wanted to go ahead and let's say stay in one unit, I can go ahead and have the other unit pay for my mortgage and basically pay for some of my biggest expenses so I can live in this duplex for free. But once I went ahead and actually closed on this property, I definitely had some surprises that I do want to go ahead and share with you guys, because I believe if you are investing in a duplex or you're interested in investing in a duplex, these will be really good and really informative. But now let's go ahead and jump into it. But guys, before we do, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below. I do make videos all around real estate, stock market, as well as just making money in general. I have different businesses that I own, as well as I invest pretty heavily in the stock market, as well as I own real estate, hence talking about it in this video. But now let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, in reference to a duplex, overall, when you're buying a duplex, you do need at least 20% down. And that's because the majority of the times, a duplex is considered an investment property. Now, if you are a first-time home buyer, usually you can get away with less, so you can get away with 10% down. But the second thing with a duplex is that there are a lot of ongoing cost, as far as cost for going ahead and maintaining the property, upfront cost when you're actually going ahead and making any kind of renovations or doing any kind of upgrades to the property. Plus, there are all the standard utility bills like gas, electric, and water. As well as when you go ahead and you have a tenant that goes ahead and leaves, you do have to go ahead and look at anything that needs to be repaired at that time, or just going ahead and cleaning up after them before a new tenant can go ahead and move in. Now, in my case, I recently had a new tenant that had to go ahead and move in, and I had some issues with my previous tenant. So I will say it is definitely not a passive income. Now, here's the thing. When I got into this, I thought buying a rental property would be passive income and I don't have to do anything and I can just sit back and go ahead and collect that rent. Well, not actually sit back, but I actually did not realize how much work comes with renting a property out and basically dealing with tenants. So if you're investing in a duplex for passive income, I believe there's many other ways to go ahead and invest, like investing in the stock market or investing in dividend-based stocks, as opposed to investing in a rental property, because it is not passive income. Now, it could be passive income once you go ahead and multiply and you can basically go ahead and outsource everything. But when you only own one or two or maybe even up to 5 properties, it's not passive income, because you have to go ahead and actually manage that property yourself, because it's really not worth it to go ahead and get a property manager. And additionally, when you have to go ahead and find new tenants, there's a lot of time and energy involved in that. Now, in reference to finding tenants, when you're screening new tenants, you do have to make sure that those tenants are not going to go ahead and screw you over long term, or they're going to go ahead and pay their rent on time. Now, I went through about 2 or 3 different tenants, and at the same time, I had issues with these tenants. I went ahead and got the security deposit up front and got the first month's rent, but at the end of the day, when the tenant does not go ahead and pay the rent the following month, you have to go ahead and chase after them to go ahead and get your money. And if you don't get your money, What else can you do? You can basically go ahead and spend even more money and spend more time to go ahead and go after them. But at the end of the day, guys, it's really never worth it, and it's usually a waste of time. Additionally, if you have to go ahead and kick a tenant out, right now, with the rules in place because of the current pandemic, you actually cannot kick a tenant out. You have to give them at least a 90-day notice, and then you can go ahead and actually take them to small court and try to go ahead and get your money back. But during that 90 days, you're not collecting any rent. And guys, at the end of the day, taking somebody to small court, honestly, it's a lot of waste of time. I've done it in the past, and it's really just not worth it. And you're spending all that money and all that energy to go ahead and go after a previous tenant. So that kind of sucks about having a duplex or having any kind of rental property. Now, additionally, what goes hand in hand with that is when you have a tenant and they go ahead and destroy your place, or they have damages before they go ahead and leave, unfortunately, you're stuck with repairing all those damages. And if you're not handy like me, hey, you have to go ahead and outsource that, so you're spending more money there as well. Now, guys, another thing with a duplex is that when you have a tenant on the first floor and then you have a tenant on the second floor, second floors are usually much harder to go ahead and rent out, because if you have kids on the second floor and if there's any noise, or there's floor noise, or there's walking noise, or whatever it may be from the second floor, you have to be really picky on what type of tenants you can go ahead and put in the second floor, and that's usually a little bit harder to go ahead and rent out, because you don't want to just put anybody there, and you have to go ahead and give them the caution up front. Now, the duplex that I bought, it's not a new property, so it is a property that's about 30 to 40 years old, so you can hear some noise if you're living on the first floor from the second floor and from when people are walking on the second floor. But don't get me wrong as well, at the end of the day, real estate is actually one of the best investments out there. However, it is definitely not as passive as what you may think. So these are some of the surprise costs that can go ahead and come with real estate. There's a lot of headaches that can come with owning real estate, as far as maintenance, as far as the cost to go ahead and repair the property, as far as the time and energy it takes to go ahead and find tenants, and just to be able to go ahead and collect your rent on a month-to-month basis without chasing after your tenants. Now, you can have some great tenants as well, and I do have one great tenant at my upstairs unit that is consistently does pay their rent on the first of every month. But then again, you can also get bad tenants, which I've been going through, and hopefully eventually I'll find a good tenant for my downstairs unit as well. But guys, these are just some of these surprise costs that come with a duplex. Now, if you are interested in investing in real estate, definitely go ahead and watch more videos around real estate and watch the pros and cons before you go ahead and invest in an investment property. I personally do like investing in a dividend growth portfolio, and I like investing in stocks as opposed to real estate because it is more passive income. However, that can obviously be debatable which one's better, real estate or stocks. A lot of people have made money both ways. There's probably easier money to go ahead and invest in real estate, but it is more active management as opposed to investing in the stock market like a Warren Buffett or a Peter Lynch that invest and that have grown their money over 20% year over year. But guys, I'm gonna basically leave it at that for this video. If you are new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe to the channel down below. If you like videos like this, make sure to smash that like button as well. If you are interested in trading in the stock market, I do have a couple free links down in the description below where you do get free stocks. They are affiliate links, so they do help the channel out as well. If you do want to go ahead and follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Painfully Honest Advice, where I do post from time to time. But thank you guys for watching this video. Until next time, see you guys at the next one.